Apex Legends Wattson Legend Review. Anime Wattson, or otherwise known as the human tazer. Thanks for that one, Rock Assassin. But anyway, Wattson is a pretty different character from the many characters that we've seen in the meta so far. Like, it's similar to Caustic in a way, but it's more strategic, I could say, because one, you can't just like press the button. Sure, you do the ability, but the thing is that you need to place two nodes, separate nodes, so you can actually make a fence. So it's a little bit of a time investment if you're going to set up a huge fence trap. And I'd say that makes her a kit pretty hard to use sometimes. In a very aggressive build, like with an and you're like just going all the way in, and you might have a little bit of misfires here and there, mostly because your abilities aren't really made for that. And because of that, you're either gonna set down a bunch of fences in like a wrong area, or just spam them out there, even though they're not really gonna do much of anything. Which I'd say is kind of the hard part of the character. You gotta think strategy instead of the usual, oh, I gotta escape, hit the eject seat and bounce away. With Wattson, you don't really have a get out jail free card other than, well, your teammates and your gun. That's about it. So I'd say it's a little bit more reliant on gun skill, oddly enough. Also on your strategy on where you place your traps. And also when and how to use your ultimate. You can either use it passively, so like whenever they like throw grenades and stuff, or they're throwing like a good old barrage or whatnot, airstrike, you can place it down and basically delete that from the equation and have a little safe zone. Well, for the enemies charging at you, but you get what I mean. That, or you can use it somewhat aggressively, so like you eliminate all grenades from the enemy team, but you can still throw grenades. You can. So it gives you a bit of an advantage that way. Or you can use it passively, like right now, just to have like a few zones for yourself so you can go ahead and recharge your shields. And the cool thing about it is you can have multiple ultimates up at the time. All you need is one ultimate accelerant equals one ultimate. That's for like the passive. Because you just keep pumping out those trophy systems and whatnot. And overall, it's a pretty good ultimate for a defense type character. But one thing I will tell you is that using her aggressively is kind of like if you're using caustic, you could say, in a more aggressive way. It's not really, like you should say, reliable. But you can do it if you know the strategy, if you know how to place your nodes well, where to place them, how to use your ultimate well, and also gun skill. But then again, gun skill is on every legend. It's just this Wattson tends to rely on it more than others, since she doesn't really have any mobility abilities like a rift into another dimension, or a speed boost or whatnot. You might need to rely on your teammates for that, because, the jump pad. That's why I'd say maybe going with an aggressive style build, even if you're playing Wattson, might still be pretty good, because you can use the jump pad, the zip line, and whatnot that your teammates drop. And I'd say another combo that this character that can have is with caustic, but I'd say that's more of a camper playstyle, and that might get a little bit boring. But anyway, see you when the next legend comes out. I'll see you later.